My name is Bryce. Oh, there it goes. Hello, my name is Bryson Coleman. I'm in charge of the lighthouse level. The task was GG402. As a player, I want to be introduced to the core game mechanics, rescue the companion character, and be introduced to the game world in 3 to 5 minute level. I worked, what's that, 8 hours plus 6, 14 hours on this level, according to Jira. That's how many hours I have logged. I think 8 plus 6 is 14. Yeah. And then I will open it from Perforce using build 963420. And so continuing. So to start the level, since the lighthouse level is first, you can click start the game, and that'll open up the lighthouse level. And the pause is resume. Restart checkpoint is restarting the checkpoint, so you'll respawn backwards in the level. So that's the lost condition of like the player dying. They'll return to the checkpoint, and so I got a checkpoint there. It will return me to here. Options, there's no options, and then exit to main menu returns to the main menu. So I'm going to start the game once again, and the tutorial on the right is telling you how to move, sprint, crouch, and jump until you get to the next room. This is your area, safe area to test out movement until you get to the window.
Help! Get me out of here!
Message of some guards patrolling around this building. You can see a gated building. As you turn around, there's now a way for it. So you crouch in, and you get another tutorial on how to use your abilities. So I equip Devil Kiss. Murder of Crows does nothing. I still can't move, but if I equip Devil's Kiss, I can continue forward. And G to use the ability. I'll just there's a tutorial on how to pick up loot. I'm going to leave the large one in there. And then there's another tutorial on how to use an item shop. So lots of tutorials out the gate. There's also money in the game. Money can be picked up. So you can get money. And this door is locked until you pick up a weapon, as the tutorial has said. And so continue forward. Take him out. Got health, salts, I'm full on everything. R to reload. Take a little bit of money. I'm too good at this game. I'll take this guy out. This is ranged enemies. And then I'll continue along. Dropping down, so equip MOC. So I did it quickly on accident, but it's the same thing as before. If you don't equip Murder of Crows, you can't move until you equip it. And then we're doing a tutorial for the Murder of Crows. 2 enemies, perfectly in sync. So you can. I like doing the double kill where you combine the two, but it's not necessary. And then this, and what I picked up, those little purple things were ammo. So I picked up some ammo. So it's introducing, you can get ammo. As you exit, you get a clear view of the building you saw before with more cover to the right than the left. And you can, I'm gonna go right because I think a lot of people. He has some health, thankfully. Devil's Kiss, throw that. Kills him, and we're able to get some more salt off of his corpse. You can see the companion locked up, and when you get a little bit closer, the code to unlock the door should be on the computer. Looking around, this is the computer. It says the code is 1605. So going to the keypad, you gotta tutorial for how to use the keypad. 1605. Companion is rescued. Ooh. And now she will lead you out. So you and the companion are able to make your escape towards the lighthouse area. And continuing down, down, down. Try to do the technique where you like bring in like conceal into a reveal. So you're revealing the lighthouse to make it look a bit bigger, more. Ooh, I tried to implement it. I think it was a cool way to like introduce it. And you're able to walk up here, walk down some steps, and you see a lift with a button in the middle. Jumping on the button, you and the companion get on. The lift starts. You're able to make your way up, and as you look up, you can see the light. And you're trapped in here. You and the companion riding up to the top of the lighthouse. And as you reach the top, you're let off. And there's nothing on top of the lighthouse, but you can get a view of the compound that you just passed through from the top side. And as you walk in, let me see if I can hack the computer. Once again, telling you, the computer says the code is 1031. So she hacks the computer, 1031, and then you can see a Zeppelin bring in and slowly fades to black as the level is complete. That is the lighthouse level, and transitions into the next level, Joseph's Illumination God level. So that is the lighthouse level working in the build.
Hello, this is Joseph Sabrino Torres, and I'm gonna show the test that I've done for milestone 2 for game balancing. And the 2 tests that I was able to get done is this improvement bug where the enemy AI didn't currently react to damage. Summary: enemies can be shot from a distance without reacting to taking damage. The expected result was the enemy should turn and engage the player if shot at from any distance. The actual result was enemies continued patrolling whilst taking damage if the player is out of their line of sight. Steps to replicate was to load into a level, seek out an enemy without entering their line of sight, shoot at said enemy. Notice they don't always react in engaging the player after taking damage. It was at medium risk, but it was probably high risk. The completion criteria I set for myself was enemies react to being shot from a distance by looking in the direction the damage was applied from. Enemies move to engage the player when they've taken damage. Enemies attack the player after taking damage. And this last one, I decided to omit it. Enemies within 200 meters of the enemy currently taking damage will engage the player in combat, but I omitted that because it didn't work out. So I will be able to show these 3. Enemies react to being shot from a distance by looking in the direction the damage was applied from. Enemies move to engage the player when they've taken damage, and enemies attack the player after taking damage. And I logged 1 day, 7 hours, and 38 minutes. There's 22 minutes left of the original. And the next task I was able to finish this was meant to be a bug. I wrote it as a bug, and I even said a comment. I accidentally created this as a story, and it's meant to be a bug report. But the summary was: upon death, the player gets stuck without respawning at the last traverse checkpoint. The expected result: players should respawn at the last traverse checkpoint upon death within any level. Actual result: the player does not respawn at all. Now, after dying, steps to replicate: load into a level, walk through a checkpoint, seek out an enemy and allow them to harm you until you die, or press K for debug suicide. And then notice the player gets stuck respawning and does not return to the last traverse checkpoint. This was high risk. Completion criteria I set for myself. The player respawns at the last traverse through checkpoint upon death. Health, juice, which is salt, and ammo are updated to reflect the player's last known details before death. And enemies will recognize player after respawn as the same pawn they were before death. And let's get into the build and show these. Here we will be showing it through the very last build we did at 7 p.m. here with changeless 963420. Here's my GMG 2022 at 7 p.m. and let's get in there. Alright, so I will be showing these through elimination guide and enemy compound, which are one after the other. So and he's patrolling. Turn around and engage him. Oh. Alright, so we've opened the door. We're good to go here. Got all the ammo. Here's a shop. Another checkpoint. This is where the last checkpoint was, right here. So I will purposely die down here and show that it is indeed working. It's still dark. I will work on that. So for some reason that collision isn't working now. I did set it in the build to check for the companion. And close upon companion overlap. I'm gonna laugh if it closes on this side. No, it did not. Okay, so here's another checkpoint. Oh. Okay. Let's let him kill us. Alright. So here I am at the last checkpoint. I'm gonna go ahead and grab another gun. Hey, you know what? Let's grab a carbine. That one dropped. Alright. That worked better. And now all these slides should be blue. Should give you the clue down in the basement. But it went off screen a little too fast. So that's something that'll have to be polished up. But it is working. Alright, now on to the next level. Come on, lady. Here's another checkpoint. Let's do it. Yeah, she gets lost in that. That traversal. Here we are. On to the next level. That'll be enemy compound, which is another one of my levels. And it's actually in succession that it's supposed to be. So here, not in the line of sight. Okay, let's explore a little. And all the loot. Disabled. And here I'll let him kill me so we can see it working. So we can see this working in this level. And here we are at the last checkpoint. And I move up here and grab another weapon. And there we go. And this time. And here just to show that they still recognize me. Yeah, just to show that they still recognize me after death. Um, and they will run all the way. A little stun lock when they get shot at. Disabled. And the sound of the first door was this one gating. And this one opening. Oh, Lord. Let's get these guys up here. I guess I got both of them. Ugh. All right. And that one doesn't gate. It's currently not meant to, but looking at it now, I think I want it to. Perhaps after defeating all these guys. Just to leave room for backtracking and cover in case the combat engagement gets heavy. Which unless you take an enemy at a time, it will not. As you can see, now she can follow me in. And let's get all the loot. Because it will carry over now. All right. All the loot. All right. Yes, I'm having fun with my own game. Apparently. All right, we got it all. Here's the level end. Still haven't added anything to the top. And on to the next level. And here's where I pass it off to Devin. But I do want to go back and show you that the pause menu does indeed work in both my levels. So here's the pause menu. And we'll load the enemy compound. Okay. And here's the pause menu. And thank you for your time. That should be all. That's everything working. as we wanted it to in the beginning. Thank you for your time, and have a good one.
Hello, once again. My name is Bryson Coleman. I was also in charge of the sconce level, and the task was no, this is wrong task. As the player, I went to a level that encourages the usage of a sconce mechanic in order to open the way forward. So I traversed a level in order to reach the companion character. And so I worked a total of 5 hours on this, countless more, but in this sprint I worked on it for 5 hours. So I will open it from what's it called? Perforce 963420. And for this one, I will have to open it from the levels. And so sconce level opens up the level. So you're greeted by this red door. A little confused where you are. In the previous level, you went down some stairs to enter this building. And so the stairs led you here with the door closed behind you. You step forward. Where are you? All I see over here is a sign. It says here that if I deal damage to these switches, they should activate, hinting at the player what they should do to progress forward. There's also another hint here with a switch being turned on and off via a ability that looks similar to the fireball ability, opening the door. And if you were to well, this is a good time to show the game. It's in the build, not hiding no bugs. I've never done this, but this is a good time to show that the pause menu works in the level. So if you resume, you are still stuck in the wall. If you restart the checkpoint, however, it brings you back to the checkpoint, so you're not stuck in the wall. And while we're here, options once again don't work. Exit to main menu brings you back to the main menu. Sconce level, once again, opening it up since we're opening it. So over here is a sign, and then you can see this. And so this time I'm not going to get stuck in the wall. And you get a little bit of loot for your troubles. And the door reopens for you as the sconce is activated. There's another item shop here, which you should know. Buy a weapon. And over here, there's another switch. And you can, this is a switch to activate, shoot it, or hit it with a devil's kiss. This is just clearly stating to the player what they need to do to progress. And as you shoot it, you'll hear a sound effect. And once you shoot it, it will activate. And you can see there's enemies. Take him out. Got a little bit of solid money. And there's 2 ways to go. I feel like most players would walk this way, so this is the way I'm going to take. See this room. See this little pathway. I got the wire leading the player up. So, okay. And from the previous room, you gotta follow the wire. Okay, so I need to get up there. Oh, there's a way up. And so continuing on. Got a door that's been broken open. You can see this door is locked. And you're like, where to go? Well, there's a giant thing of interest, and you'll know that you can ride zip lines. So you ride the zip line, and you can see another switch. This one I'm gonna use the Devil's Kiss ability. Show that working, and you can see that the door opens. I even put a little camera effect to better showcase that. There it goes. Better showcase the door opening. Just to make sure that the player is aware that their actions are working and they're doing the intended thing. Make some jumps, and now you can follow the wire proper. Goes over here into this door. You can see it continue on the wall. See another switch, some money, and I will shoot. And the door open, so you can continue backtrack a little bit, jump over the edge to get to the door. And here, your companion's like, oh, there's a couple of enemies in front of you, telling you that, hey, there's a battle coming up. See a switch in the back as well. See some enemies patrolling. See if I can take them out sneakily. Okay, this one hit me. Take care of all the enemies. And there's the switch. That activates another zip line to continue forward. So you jump up here. The zip line is activated. You drop down. Oh, there you are. Glad to see you again. I'm like, who's here? Oh, it's the companion character. Woo! So you're reunited with the companion character. Like a little bit more explorable spaces. Big money. Found a little bit more money. You can see a little bit of storytelling. There's a cave-in. If you go upstairs, you can see what caused the cave-in. But the floor is now dropped down, and that unfortunate soul was was unfortunately taken. And you can see another switch. Let's see if I can use the Devil's Kiss ability on this one. You can see another zip line, and you and the companion travel across and see a rocket appear up, and it's like, oh, we gotta ride the rocket. As you approach, it fades to black, transitioning into the next level. The rocket landing you on this otherworldly place, the spotlight level made by Devin. So that's the sconce level working in the build.
Hello, my name is Devin Srila. I'm on Team GNG. For the traversing level, my first level, as a player, I want to be able to experience a smooth beginning and end transition for the traversing level so that it flows with the storyline and connects to the initial and subsequent levels. The end of the level mirrors the beginning of the next level. The beginning of the level mirrors the end of the prior level. Level feels connected to the story of the game. Looks like I spent one day, 8 hours in this. And I also did traversing level enemy stagnant, not following nav paths. Spent 4 hours on this. And companion AI cannot traverse the entirety of the level. Looks like I spent 3 hours on this. So that is all for that level. Opening change list 963420. Traversing level. End of last level. You ended in the Zeppelin, which carried into this level. So there's that. Companion AI does not traverse the entire level still, but I found a way around that by getting her to say that she'll have to find another way around, so you do this level without her and she reappears in the next level. End of this level seamlessly begins into the next level, into a building. F to teleport, B to blink. You'll see me use that in gameplay. Also a requirement was opening the pause menu, make sure that works, which it does. Another thing was I wanted enemies to follow navigation paths. As you can see, the enemies are following the navigation paths. Oops. fort area. Oops, I teleported too far. Oops, again, teleported. There we go. There we go. There we go. Teleporting to get through the level. Get some more health for myself. Oops. Definitely grab some more ammo. Okay. Checkpoint saved. Oops, almost fall. Perfect. Maybe somewhere around here. Yep. Oh no. Come back, come back. Oops. No items at that shop. Almost got me again. Alrighty. Now the end of this level leads to black and goes into the next level, which this is not my level. So that's the end of this video. This is Devin Wheeler. We're back going into my next level, which is the Spotlight Talisman level that I worked on with Messier. As a player, I want to be able to experience all of the features of the Spotlight Talisman level and complete the level in 3 to 5 minutes. To meet that requirement, looks like I logged 2 days and 6 hours in this. Player can still experience the same features as the original level. Player can complete the level in 3 to 5 minutes. Player does not have long areas to walk through the original level, as well as the same story from earlier, but for the other level. As a player, I want to be able to experience a smooth beginning and end transition for the Spotlight Talisman level so that flows with the storyline connects to the initial and subsequent levels. Just like I did for the Truism level, I wanted that to be good transitions. The end of the level mirrors the beginning of the next level, the beginning of the level mirrors the end of the level prior, the level feels connected to the story of the game. So, I go back into our project, main menu, levels. Starting on this level, you have a companion back. The end of the last level was a spaceship, so the beginning of this level is a spaceship. I wanted to break up the long areas of walking, so I added enemies that you could be fighting. For now, I'm going to avoid the enemies, but that does help to break up these long patches that you're just walking. There were enemies on this bridge, but I didn't want this level to be too enemy heavy, so I decided to get rid of them. But there is a bridge connecting this part of land to that part of land. So over here, after some battling, there's an optional fight over there with ammo and such to regenerate. You can get a shop here so you can get some more health. Just press F to use the Spotlight Talisman. These are all optional opponents you could fight as well. And more for scare factor. They won't attack or anything. Meant to be peaceful. Large enemy in here. Some dead bodies that he Their first lift up into the next area. Using lifts help to pick up the large amount of walking as well. This level is meant to be light in combat, just a kind of a level guiding you from one area to the next, leading to the boss battle. So it's going to get dark in here, so using the Spotlight Talisman, you can see the platform, jump up on it. And this leads you into the next level. And like I said, there is optional enemies to combat there. This staircase rolls down into another combat area that you'd also do, which would prolong the length of this level even further, but for the sake of this video, we decided to combat. And then it leads you into the boss fight, which is the last level.
Hello, my name is Bryson Coleman. I was in charge of the boss level. The task reads that I want to face off. As a player, I want a level where I can face off against a challenging foe with new abilities in a climactic environment, so I can test combat. I worked on it for about 3.5 hours. I created an ammo pickup dropper system and the beginning and arena stages. This was a let's get this off because I was loading the other build, but just to show that I'm in the right build, I think I clicked another thing. Yep. So I'll just close this out. Oh no, the ad blocks. So open it in Perforce. Once again, this is build 963420. Just opening the level, boss fight level. The boss was created by Nazir. You can see the transition from the previous level. you and the companion will walk up. I think that computer will allow me to drop ammo for you at specific points. Let me know when you run low. And you can see your setup, and you can press O to start whenever you are ready to start the boss fight. So I was in charge of this area and the boss fight itself, or the boss fight arena itself. So it's not that big. And then if you press O, you'll be able to drop down and continue into the boss fight arena itself and fight the boss. Middle, ammo stations, some time to made these in the platform you're standing on. No random ammo. I guess this shows that, dying is okay. And you respawn back at the top. And you can try again. Pathway still is open to you. Drop it down. And you can try to do shimmers, dies, victory music plays, and you're done with the level, and by virtue of the game, you have now beat the game. So yeah, that's what I did in this level, and I will exit to main menu, and that is the game.
I did a little work in the spotlight level as well, just fixing some small bugs and whatnot. But most of my work was done on the boss fight. My name is Nazir Vargas. So pause menu is working. For the boss fight, I did some things with my Jira project task was to get the AI working for the first and the second stage. There was a third stage during the first sprint, but I chalked it and replaced it with the second stage. And the second stage was changed as well. So better represent. I got oh. So,
Hello, I'm Scott Rudrow. I'm a student about to graduate from Full Sail's Game Design program. We at Team GMG have been working tirelessly to bring you a tech demo of a game that we are creating that we hope you'll be impressed with. The game is called Invigor. Its change list number in Perforce is 963420. And let's play Invigor. Oh, first, let's go over the things that we need to do, a little shopkeeping, as you would. Teleport and traversing level was optional. It wasn't working right throughout the entire game. As the player, I'd like to transition to and from levels owning all values associated with player character, including ammo, weapons, shields, salts, health, and other. There were bugs with the health and med kits. The checkpoints were not operating effectively. They were saving other objects than the player character. Health bar did not register when health increased, and it needed a cap, or clamp rather, to nerf the health at 100%. And as player, death, if incorrectly accessing the sequencer, we'll talk about the sequencer and why we decided that was not a good idea. And one thing that we didn't do, marked lowest in priority, was the shield. We didn't get to that, but we might still reinstate it during polish. Alright, now all those things were done in the last 36 to 48 hours. Pretty impressive, I think. Let's play Invigor. Okay, I was on the systems design team for Invigor, therefore I didn't have a specific level. But let's start the game and I'll tell you about the things that I did. Okay. This is the tutorial in Lighthouse level. It's actually been converted into a jail cell and a compound. Bryson did a great job making this compound.
Help! Get me out of here!
That's my daughter. You can see the guard there. Now, one of the things that broke was this. The selection for Murder of Crows and Devil's Kiss abilities. At this point, we already selected it, so it triggered it. Let's start over. No, we'll just go ahead. There was a tutorial there. It would freeze if you were already dead, which wouldn't happen normally, but it was a bug that we took care of. It was simply a reference. There were references also for the money, health, and salts. The health was actually increasing above 100%. You wouldn't be able to see it from the progress bar, but you'd actually have like 110, 120, 130 health. And there our guy disappears. So we fixed the health, we fixed the money, we fixed the salts, we placed the health in the same widget as the salts. Player HUD widget. And that was actually what fixed player health, because prior to that, player health was going down and to death, but when it returned up, it wouldn't go down again. Spent about 3 hours on that. Finally, we rebuilt it entirely in the player HUD, and it works perfectly now. Oh, there we go. My face, my screen within the screen blocks the button for coming out of the looting system. So it's a little bit difficult to get out of the looting system. That's not a bug. Pulling up money. The items bar. There were various references within the items bar that did not work. The gun was one of them. The gun had all sorts of problems, and we fixed them one by one. First of all, that it wouldn't come into the player's hands. Second of all, that it wouldn't fall after death. And third of all, that it wouldn't despawn. So we can pick up other guns now. The gun that you're holding will drop instead of hanging in the middle of the air. And you can have ammo. Buy some salts. It goes down to 159. And the money. Like I said, Bryson did a wonderful job with this level. Now right here. Ooh. That was pretty exciting. But what I want to do at this point is take us back to the main menu. Oh, I didn't want to quit the game. We'll start the game over. But at the main menu, the levels, traversing level, we have a teleportation system that allows us to teleport anywhere that fiery little ball goes. We also have the interact system on this level that allows us to bring in items and health and salts. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to do a weapon swap here. And you're going to see the red weapon. Oh, that's interesting. That shouldn't have happened. Well, gee whiz. Gonna have to do some more work on that. See if that happens over here too. Okay. And red weapon falls to the ground. Don't know what happened in that one. Buy another weapon, and this blue weapon should fall to the ground. Or overlap. Okay, there we go. It falls to the ground. And also, if you jump off the ledge, you die. And you get respawned where you jumped off. So all those were systems references, systems abilities, or systems features that I implemented and repaired. Let's see. I think that covers it for the things that I did to accelerate Team GMG's work in the last 36 hours since the time of our last update. And it's been a ride. It's been a lot of fun, especially working so closely with my peers. I want to thank my instructors. I want to thank my peers and Full Sail in general, getting me this far. Thank you and have a good night.